Askreddit thread. Okay, Reddit, time to brag. What is the best good-hearted thing you have done lately? My roommate and very close friend graduated from college and got a card, plus $200 cash from her biological parents. She was adopted, so getting everything from her biological parents was a huge deal. Something happened when she got home and she somehow lost that $200 and nearly broke down because she was so upset. So I went to the ATM, took out $200 and put it in the spot where she thought she left it. She was so excited to get it back and started crying because she was so happy to find her gift from her parents. She still doesn't know it was me. You are a good person. Enjoy the gold. Thanks. I feel like she would have done the same for me, though. You're both good people, then. Let me know what heaven is like. Ha, will do. Thanks for the gold. Try to sweet talk God to let me into the heaven too, please. You know what? I should probably stop reading this in my real voice. Time to use my YouTube reading voice. I told employees that their year-end bonuses would be in November, so they had a number they could budget around. Then I doubled it on the actual day. My company sort of did that this year. We got $0 bonuses. My father's boss did something similar. Every year it's usually a $50 Christmas bonus. They had a better than expected year, so they decided the employees deserved more. Everyone got a $500 Christmas bonus. This is more than some of them make in a week. It's a lot of money. My boss did something similar for Thanksgiving. Blah, blah, blah. I went to see my friend whose baby is 5 weeks old, and she's starting to suffer a bit from PND. This baby screams nonstop. My daughter's 2, and she was exactly the same. And when my friend cried, I cried too because I remember how soul-destroying a nonstop crying baby can be. So I told her to pack a bag and took him home with me for the night so she could get some sleep. When she came to get him in the morning, she was like a new person. I wish someone had done that for me, but I was breastfeeding, so I couldn't. Luckily, this baby was on formula, so he could be away from his mom for a few hours. She said it was the best Christmas present she'd ever had. I'm going to offer again soon, and if she knows I will have him some nights, it will make the tough nights more bearable, knowing that there will be a break every so often. Edit to add. I know it's not normal to let your 5-week-old out for the night. But my friend had a really terrible birth. They almost lost her, and she had to be rushed to surgery. And with the newborn, she hasn't had a chance to recover properly. She really, really needed a good night's sleep. And I've had PND myself, and I used to lie in bed sobbing, trying to decide whether or not to take the baby with me when I killed myself. Wow. What is that? The post-modern depression? I didn't know it had an N in the middle of it, though. I must not know what it's actually called then. I don't want my friend getting off to that point. Her husband is terrified of the baby, and as all moms know, the baby is screaming. Even if in another room with dad, you still can't relax. She has no family in the area and very few friends, so I just did what I could to give her a rest. Kids are the worst. My boss had a son named Brody. I walked into her office and she was clearly upset. She told me that Brody didn't want to go to school that morning because no one liked him and he had no friends. This was a few days before Halloween, and the teacher did this bullshit thing where students, second graders, could pay a quarter and buy their friends these Halloween-themed treats. Fill out the to/from, and the teacher handed them out. Brody bought them for his friends, but received none. It upset my boss that her son truly felt like she had no friends, or anyone that cared about him. That night I drove to the grocery store, bought a huge decorative Halloween candy basket, and filled it with candy. Caramel apples, cookies, etc. I wrote a short card for Brody telling him how awesome he was and signed it, The Great Pumpkin. Had my friend drop me off at their house, I lived on the porch and ran. He kept the motor running and we sped off. Boss came in the next day and told everyone what happened and how sweet it was. She spent weeks questioning people in her family and the office to figure out who the Great Pumpkin was, but I have remained anonymous. Fucking Crandygrams. Every year I was hoping that I would receive one. Just one. Other kids got bucketfuls. Some got 10, 5, but I got none. Literally none. That seems like that'd be a fun little system. I was popular in elementary school. I would have gotten some. It's kind of like the thing we do for Valentine's Day. Oh, I always loved Valentine's Day. Everyone would go around and pass candy to each other. Valentine's Day has always been one of my favorite holidays. So much candy, and then half off chocolate the day after because there's always so much chocolate left over. I remember one year I bought like a 10-pound bag of chocolate. That was great. It lasted for months. A few weeks ago, I sat at a subway station and was pretty drunk when a few meters away, two guys started hitting on a girl. She was clearly uncomfortable and drunk asked me had to step in. So I got up and walked over there and said, "Hey, Zoe, how are you?" She understood what I was doing and played along. The guys went off and the girl and I rode the subway together until I had to get out. She thanked me and I never saw her again. I cannot keep up with you youngsters and your metaphors. The girl and I rode the subway together. Well done. If you PM me, I will talk to you about anything. It'll stay private, too. PM me your hopes, please. About this Reddit, I might end up being hugely important to someone. PM me your hopes, please. Wow, that's... I second this. If anyone ever needs to talk, shoulder to learn on anything, just PM me. Don't piggyback like that. Just watch. He's been copy-pasted all the messages in a private subreddit, and in 3 months he'll make it public and advertise it all for all to see. Hey, that's a good idea. Someone PM'd me recently to let me know that my Reddit posts on astronomy have inspired them to become an astronomer and major in physics at university next year. I think I'll write that warm and fuzzy feeling for some time into the future. Edit. Just got a second PM from another person saying the same thing. What an amazing day. I never believe anyone who says words and Reddit don't affect lives. Well, I mean, I don't think anyone ever says words don't affect lives. Because, I mean, that's how we communicate things. If anything, words affect lives more than anything else. Love you, bro. Thanks, but I'm a chick. Love you, chicken baby. What is that, a rooster? All-star tripod. On Christmas Eve, I was doing my dutiful boyfriend task of buying Christmas presents for the girlfriend when I saw a homeless woman sat outside the shop, boots just dithering. People have been walking past her all day. She was just sat there, not asking for anything, not pestering anybody. Felt really bad. There were people there literally spending monies on stocking fillers and bits of tat for Christmas when this woman sat there in the cold rain. Who the hell talks like this? So I went in and bought her a couple of sandwiches, a few bags of crisps, and a hot drink. She was extremely grateful and kept saying Merry Christmas. Even after helping her out, I still felt awful. Okay. I volunteered to donate bone marrow to help 8-year-old leukemia patient for Be the Match. Apparently, the sample I gave several years ago was similar enough for them to want more complete blood sample. So I had blood drawn a few weeks ago. I hadn't heard back yet, and the chances are it won't be a final match, but I'm happy with myself for at least giving it a chance instead of ignoring it. I'll be honest, I was nervous at first, blah blah blah. And now I know that's a thing. Woo, gonna go sign up. Thank you. I sat next to an old man in a subway. We talked for an hour about all sorts. It was nothing major for me, but he was delighted that I took an interest in some of the stuff he had. Old people love talking to others. Good job. Old people. I did my girlfriend's dishes while she was at work. I just felt like being nice, I guess. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, is that what the child comments are? The ones that come from this one. Things like this are solid investments for your future. Yeah, that's how I think of doing nice stuff for people. It's like, oh, no need to pay back or anything. It's like, ha ha ha. No matter what, this is going to give me some social insurance. I can always use this later. I probably won't, though. But you'll know in the back of your mind that I totally did you a solid and I didn't bring it up in that argument we had. See, that's how you get people to owe you for life. Or to think you're just a really nice person. Even if you're not, it's all calculated. I am in high school. I am fortunate enough to have a family that is in a position to support me into early adulthood. Because of this, I don't have any expenses that I need a job for. All of my friends have jobs, so I have a lot of free time. I recently got a job. I have been donating all the money to local causes and charities doing good in the community and world. I haven't told anyone that I do this. I just tell them I have a job. What? I'm in high school. I am in high school. I am fortunate enough to have a family that is in a position to support me in early adulthood. Because of this, I don't have any expenses that I need a job for. All my friends have jobs, so I had a lot of free time recently. I got a job. Oh. So he's in high school, and he got a job because all his friends have jobs. And then he donates the money to charity. Well, I mean, that's cool that you donate to charity and everything, but that's really dumb. Why would you waste your time like that? I guess if that's like a hobby to why don't you just work for a charity or something? I would save some of that money. Charity is great, but you can't see into the future. You should be selfless to the point of self-destruction. That's actually really awesome for a high schooler. Most kids your age wouldn't even think of doing that. Props to you, bud. Yeah, I wouldn't. Good on you for taking advantage. Then again, I've been poor all my life. It's probably a different kind of mindset for people who actually have money. My wife was out of town last week with my daughter and her sisters. I was at home with my son. I came home from work early one day, which, in fairness to him, I never do, and I saw that my 13-year-old son in his birthday suit taking care of his own business on the family computer in the living room. Headphones on, from a distance over his shoulder, it looked like some average-looking porn on the computer. He didn't see me. I snuck back out, got in my truck, bought some scratcher tickets and a soda pop or Coke, sat in the parking lot, scratched my tickets, I won $3, checked some email, drank my soda, figured that's enough time to take care of business at that age, revved the engine in the driveway a few times, slammed the door, made a ruckus while entering a door far from the living room. He was on the couch watching TV. Smooth. Okay, so maybe that was just good-hearted to me since I didn't want to deal with any weird conversations. At least I'm the only one to unsee things. Boy needs his own FAP station. Wash the chair. Oh, gross. Good on you for not getting mad at him. I'm still 17. My parents are Vietnamese immigrants. If they caught me doing anything questionable on the computer, they'd probably cut off my internet or something. It makes me wonder, have they forgotten what it's like to be a horny teenager? Can't they relate? Looks like Reddit taught you good parenting. Anyway, that was good of you. Yeah. My brother has 2 daughters with this evil bitch from whom he is now divorced. However, he's really shitty at Christmas shopping, so for their Christmas, he often just gets them 1 or 2 kind of lame presents because he can't figure out what they want. That, combined with the fact their mom is a piece of shit, means their Christmas are often lackluster. I am an excellent gift giver. You can ask my son or any of my exes. I notice little details about people and pick up little things throughout the year for Christmas, birthdays, so the holidays don't bankrupt me. I also save year-round for Black Friday. It's the one day of the year where I'm completely selfish and buy only for myself because my Christmas shopping is already done. Anyway, this person has it down. That's how you do things. Anyway, this year, instead of buying stuff on Black Friday for myself, other than some clothes at Old Navy, I instead bought presents for my nieces. So, on Christmas Eve, after my son went to bed, my son and I stayed the night at my mom's on Christmas Eve. I snuck out and dropped all the presents, enough to fill 3 huge trash bags in my brother's carport, rang the doorbell, and hauled ass. Be right back, asking all exes and sons to verify. Volunteering at disabled orphanage in Sri Lanka. Donated $600 worth of goods as well. Just trying to make up for all the times I'm an arsehole. I don't usually bring it up unless I'm chatting up chicks. Then I'll happily bring it up. Need all the help I can get in that department. That's the first step in the dentist system. By talking about your volunteer work, you demonstrate your value to her. Next, you need to engage her physically. It's about time to update the system. Maybe call it the electric boogaloo. Break her nose. She'll be so excited about your future relationship. Let's see. I went out to dinner, and my fortune cookie said, "Your current plans will be a success." I thought that was odd, saying as going to the Chinese buffet at 9 p.m. on Saturday alone is generally anything but a success. Holy shit. Anyways, as I was leaving, I saw a couple whose car wouldn't start. Asked if they wanted to jump and pulled over to do so. The guy didn't have jumper cables, but I always carry a set. Jumped and started their car. Had to refuse their money with a today you, tomorrow me, and with that my current plans were a success. That family got home without being nearly as inconvenienced had I not been there. Okay. I hope that a few people jumped their cars too. Not because I'm a nice guy or anything, but because I happened to be around when they were asking people. And I generally say yes to that if it's not a huge inconvenience. I sponsored 4 needy/homeless families for Christmas. I ended up spending around $2,500 on everything from toys and clothes and shoes to hygiene products and household items. Damn, to the few families who actually had a place to live outside of a shelter and groceries and medicine. When I took 3 truckloads of stuff to the managing director's office, she asked me to stay and give it to the families and meet them. I declined, wrote a simple note saying Merry Christmas, love Santa. I do okay in my life. I am not left wanting for anything, and I have a solid career. I'm able to live a life and provide a life for my kids and wife and kids, which many other people could only dream about. It was also an opportunity to teach my own kids to help good people who may not have had the best life and are making the best of it. Sponsored 4 needy/homeless families for Christmas. You know what? I grew up super poor with a mom who had a single mother who had 4 kids. This is how we got a lot of Christmas presents, was being sponsored by people. My mom was not shy about applying for social programs, and I'm so happy for that because we got a way better life than if she just tried to take on everything by herself. So I will forever be a fan of social programs and charities. Even if I sound cynical about them, bad talking charities and stuff, I was a huge benefactor of them. And I'll probably, if I'm ever in a position of life where I can donate money like that, I'll probably look up the charities that helped me out when I was little and donate to them as well. Because those things, I mean, some people do take advantage of it, but those were pretty great for us. We got some nice presents on Christmas. Cool stuff. Let's see. I'm an insurance agent. Oh, this is a long one. I don't want to read that. This is like 17 minutes long already. I'll just end it here.